College football.
RMP.
This week, just a recap of the games. We saw Alabama, Georgia, in a thrilling victory. Alabama won 41-33. It was a game that saw Alabama up by 28 at one point, I think it was, only for Georgia to kind of storm all the way back, take the lead in the last, 3 minutes? 2-3 minutes?
Yep.
For Alabama and Jalen Milroe to throw a beautiful pass to Williams. Touchdown, Alabama win. Did y'all get a chance? I know y'all all watched the game. But
Yes.
What was our takeaways from a recap from Alabama, Georgia?
Alabama is
2-4 matchup.
2-4 matchup, probably the game of the year so far. I would love to see that in a rematch, and I think we probably will get that in a rematch. And I think Georgia will win in the rematch. More than likely, it's going to be in Atlanta too. So I think, but overall, man, I think there was two real good good teams. Originally I picked Georgia in the game, and I was like, I'm not picking against Georgia until somebody beats Georgia. So I had to see it. But any team that's going to beat them is going to beat Alabama, and definitely in Bryant Denny. So both of them are very, 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 very good teams. Like offensively, defensively. Like in a game like that, we really saw a whole lot of offense, man. But those defenses and the kids on those defenses are pretty good as well, and they made plays when they needed to make them. The coaches are pretty good coaches, and we saw that. We had one coach down 30-6 and made a run and got the lead. And then the other coach on this other side is learning the SEC and getting used to it and bringing his style and his swag to it and doing it well as well. So I think those are two real good teams. I think that's not the end of those. We're going to see that game again. I think that and it's possible we might even see it 2 more times with this expanded playoff. So I think they have bright futures. Got some real young kids. Williams, a real good receiver, real good. Hollywood, and he's acting like Hollywood. He's looking like Hollywood. He's explosive. He's making the big plays. He's a 17-year-old kid doing what a grown man can do. You know what I'm saying? So, but overall, man, that was a great game, man. I enjoyed it. I want to see more of it, and I like this competition going on now, as well as it being able to happen 2 more times, so we can see the best team like in the NFL. Most times you're gonna see the best teams play each other multiple times.
Super dope game. I honestly, when they were up big at half, I said it.
I thought it was over.
I didn't. I literally said, man, this second half gonna get interesting. Only just because, first, even with the beginning of the game, like it looked kind of like what I thought would happen. That's why I picked Alabama, because I felt like Alabama had the better offense and they got more weaponry on offense. But I did think Georgia defense was going to play a lot better than they did. So it looked like how I thought. But it's extremely hard, especially from playing football, when to manage a big lead and to hold it. And I've been on both sides of it. It's just hard to hold that lead, man, especially against a good team. And some of the stuff that Georgia did wasn't characteristic. So you knew after halftime that they would correct some of those things. It would get a little bit harder for Alabama to score. And Georgia was able to make a lot of plays down the stretch to kind of bring it back closer, because you see it too much. And it's just, like I said, it's just too hard to hold these kind of leads against these good teams like this. So that was cool. And Alabama just got some playmakers, man. I like DeBoer. He's looking exactly like how I thought he would look in Alabama, bringing that system.
He is who I thought he would.
Bringing that system from Washington over to Alabama, I think is going to be very, very dangerous.
Yes.
Especially when he get through implementing all of the putting all the installs in. He already said himself that only 30%, only about 30% of his offense is in. And so what he means by that is I had to cater my stuff to what these guys do well. That's not a knock. That's what a good coach does.
Once he gets his quarterback, it's going to be different.
Or even just get him acclimated to – he got a nice running quarterback who he can do a lot with. So some of these things that I would normally do, I'm going to cater it towards him. And that's what good players do. I mean, good coaches do. They find what their players do well and help put them in good positions to win. That's what the greats do.
I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about football no more. I'm at the very bottom of our stats right now. Or the pick'ems. So I don't know.
That's okay. It's always got to be somebody at the bottom.
Shut up.
How do you think you stand at the top? Like me. But I will say this, and I know a lot of people might have pushback kind of, but I don't give a shit. I believe this. I think Nick Saban left at the exact perfect time.
Yeah.
just looking at him in his new role and just all the different things and looking at how Alabama play, I know people don't want to hear it like this. Nick Saban is the GOAT. Best coach ever, hands down. But I think that it was time. You guys were going to get the same style football from them for the next couple of, like them 2 losses.
And that ain't what you.
And I think it was time. I think you couldn't have stepped down at a better time and give it to somebody who has a different outlook of the game.
It's either this or do you want to be Clemson? And Clemson has been playing well. However, Clemson has been stagnant and been the same. There's no evolution in what they do. They're still a good team. They're still a good program. But they have to find some kind of way to evolve, whether it's offensively, whether it's defense. Mainly the evolution mainly happens on offense. Like, you can't be running that same stagnant style of offense. You got to switch it up, man. You got to adjust to the times offensively.
I think one of the most impressive things that I saw yesterday, especially in the first half, was that their defense. A lot of people, and Nick Saban even said that he was apprehensive about that 3-3 concept. But when you see it in action, and you saw
a lot from it,
and my man did something that he hadn't been doing all year. He blitzed like a motherfucker out of that shit.
He should.
And man, he dialed up some creative ass blitzes. I saw a couple of zeros that was like, damn. Mm-hmm. He bought the right amount of people at the right time. Who was his
defensive guy?
Who? The guy now?
Bama.
Womack. He was the head coach at South Alabama, left South Alabama to become the D coordinator at Alabama.
And I like that 3-3-5, man. You could do a whole lot out of it, man. I used to. It ain't nothing new. Playing against that defense was the hardest because they could come from so many different places. And not only do you, as the quarterback, have to be on your P's and Q's, so does the O-line, man, because they don't know if they're going to double, triple, quadruple swirl from the left to the right to bring in safeties and corners. And
then he had popped his shit before the game. He had said that you're going to see stuff you ain't never seen before.
Good. He better. He did the right thing. And to beat Georgia, he had to do that.
And you could tell Beck was discombobulated.
Yeah, he was. He was. Not only was he, so was some of his receivers, his running backs. They were missing blocks on screenplay when he threw the pick. The receiver ran the post or a slant.
Yeah.
So all of them was a little discombobulated, and I think that atmosphere helped big time. That atmosphere was huge. Shout out to them fans. Even though I never say the words, but they played a huge role into that, man. And
yeah, that atmosphere was electrifying. Mm-hmm. I saw some people, and I get it. When you follow a legendary coach such as Nick Saban and somebody who's been so instrumental, it's hard. Mm-hmm. But y'all got a new coach, man, and stop the nonsense. I saw so many posts of this never would have happened under Nick Saban. And I just want to remind y'all from the 2010 Iron Bowl, y'all had a 24-0 lead and lost 28-27. And 2013.
Not under Saban, though.
2013 under Nick Saban. Y'all had a 21-7 lead in the Iron Bowl, and y'all ultimately lost that one. 2017, y'all had a 24-14 lead against Clemson in the third quarter, and you lost 35-21. So stop, man. Let this man coach. Y'all have an amazing coach. Y'all have one of the best coaches in the country. He just came from Washington. He's been a winner everywhere he went. Y'all got good pieces. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, enjoy what y'all got, man, because he's a really good coach.
Yep. Before you lose him, it could be worse. Could be something else.
Right.
Could be something else. Also, another game close just like that we didn't really think about, the Miami game.
Oh, yeah.
Miami had a hell of a game where they was down as well on Friday night. I was driving, man. I was nervous. Hopefully, I wasn't going to get pulled over because I was driving, coming from Joe and them game, driving home, watching it on my phone. Just to watch Cam Ward and his patience, man, and how he is and how he reacts in that team, man. That's pretty good, too. But V-Tech played up.
Yeah.
V-Tech played up as well. Question about that. Do you think that this is their scare or is going to be a lot more coming for Miami?
They got a lot more coming, I think. I don't think it's going to be
like a Boston College.
They're really good, especially Cam Ward. Cam Ward is the difference. Without Cam Ward, they're the same Miami.
Yeah.
So Cam Ward is 100% the difference. They go as Cam Ward goes. But I just don't think that, and I'm going to say this, let me just paraphrase. Florida State, sorry as fuck. I'm a Florida State fan. We're sorry. Mm-hmm. Cool. We're not in this conversation. We're talking about a team that's in the contention. I think they're missing some stuff.
Like what?
I don't know. Like, you know how when you see a team, you put them together.
It's something.
Yeah,
I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, like they just, it's Cam Ward.
You gave up 34 to VTech.
Yeah, and it's Cam Ward. It's really, and then that should have been. I seen a lot of people. Nick Saban and Herb Streak said that was a catch in their humble opinion.
Yeah, because once you call it a catch, you saw nothing to overturn it as a catch.
Right, and they said the reason that they overturned it was that the person was out of bounds and touched the ball, but they were saying that he touched the ball that somebody had already possessed.
Yeah,
it's a catch, but neither here nor there. That's what football is. Yeah. It's a game of inches. A second can change a whole different game. So, shouts out to Miami. They closed it. That's what good teams do. They find a way to win these close games, and they did everything they had to do to win. And they had that last drive. They did everything. Those are the things that have to happen. You have to make plays to win.
Cam Ward.
And so them boys made some good play. Buddy made a good catch. Remember, he fell on 4th down and still caught it off the ground. Yeah, so give him all the credit. Tight end made a live ass play. But I just think that when Miami gets against some bigger pressure, some bigger teams, I don't know. I don't know if they have enough to pull it off.
Restrepo, that's his name?
Something like that.
Restrepo, Presto, something like that.
But they got a favorable schedule too. So
yeah, they don't play no Clemson. They got Louisville.
They got a weak Florida State team.
Nobody. They got Louisville. Really, when you look at it they just got Louisville.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's lining up for them, but then possibly a Clemson in the championship game. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be who they're going to play in the championship game. It's going to be definitely Miami Clemson, and that's going to be a really good game to see. Maybe both of them are all undefeated. Well, Clemson lost that one, but both of them probably be close to undefeated when they come see each other.
Miami going to fool around and lose.
Another dope-ass game. Colorado versus UCF. The fighting Deion Sanders. They won. They beat UCF down in Orlando 48-21. Super fucking dope game. You got to see Travis Hunter on display. You got to see Shador on display. They had a couple other receivers that stepped up and played big and made some big plays down the stretch, man. I think this was one of the best games that Colorado has played since Deion has been there. They put a complete game together. UCF has already been statistically they had given up the less sacks. They were one of the best running teams in the country. We know that Colorado has struggled since Deion's been there up front. But they put it all together, man, and they looked amazing. Did you get to see some of that game? And if so, what was your takeaways from that?
Yeah, I saw a little bit. I mainly saw the highlights of it. And just looking at it, man, they looking like they are becoming a better team. They are blocking a little bit better, for one. The O-line did a little bit of a better job. They still have some ways to go and still have a lot of improvements to make. They also ran the ball better, which we've been saying since forever. Y'all need to run the ball. And they ran it, I want to say, over 100 yards or over what they normally run it for. So that was pretty good. And the defense played a little bit better, too. They stopped the run a bit more. They was a little bit more consistent on defense. Now, I think they need to get better in every last one of those areas. However, I think that they did get better in those areas, but they got some ways to go to be in contention for the Big 12. I think that this win possibly gets them into the top 25, which gives them some momentum, helps them move forward. But their next game is going to be a telltale. Y'all have Kansas State. Y'all got a bye week to go and rest and get prepared for them. Then you come back and double back and play Kansas State. So we're going to be able to see what you are. We're going to see if that improvement is the improvement. I did get a chance to see Deion this week. They put out there that he was getting on their ass. He was like, y'all think y'all won something? Y'all think y'all proved something? Nah, we started practice all the way over.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's huge, but I also think it matters on which period they was in. Because if they was only in period 2, then I don't care. Start the practice over in period 15 and see how that goes.
I thought same thing I kind of said with Miami. 2 weeks in a row, Colorado has shown resilience. And that's what championship teams got to do. You got to play through the adversity. What do you do? Just like what happened with Alabama. That's a great example of adversity. You've had the lead. You squander it. They go up to win in the last second. Do you start arguing with your teammates and fighting and fussing? Or do you pull together and try to figure out how to make this happen? I think last week Colorado really had to do that against Baylor. And this week they were in the driver's seat where they put it all together and kind of had the lead most of the game. Travis Hunter showed why he is who he is. He had an interception, and I think he went for another 100 yards, which is now his like.
No, he had 86, I think.
He had 86? Yeah. Oh, okay.
But he did have a tutty. He had a tutty, pick.
He had a touchdown, a pick, not pick six, but a diving pick.
Some PBUs.
Yeah, man. Travis Hunter is that man.
And I like it like that. I like him having 6 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown. It means he don't have to go get 12 catches, 240 yards, 2 picks, 2 forced for him. That means that it's being shared around and that other people are taking some of that load off him because he's still going to do his thing.
Yeah.
But when you have that sharing of it all and running the ball a little bit more, I think that makes him more effective, makes Shador more effective. I love Shador. He's one of the most accurate people I see. He's learning still to get the ball out on time. That was my only gripe with him is holding on to the ball. And like I said, from week 1 to now, he's developing a bit more. And that's still one of those things he got to work on, but it's coming, man. It's coming. He's still a young kid, really.
Yeah, I like him. I really like his accuracy. And a lot of, you see McShay come out this week, Matt Leinart, and they talked about that he's even better than they anticipated or expected. And like you said, he had things that he needed to work on and fix. Looks like he's doing that. And when he's protected, man, like that man is probably, the best quarterback in the country, if you had, in my opinion.
I don't see anybody with more talent than him. I can't name one. They were talking about Beck. Now, I like our guy for LSU, but I do think that Shador is more talented, more skilled overall. But I can't think of anybody who's just pure talent-wise who's better.
Yeah.
But I did see, that TikTok is a TikTok. Him and Cam Ward practiced a lot together in the summer. Cam Ward was looking better than him in all of them drills. Now, that's drills. It's just drills. But right now, when you look at it in game time and game action, those are the 2 guys.
Cam Ward, a hell of a thrower, man. I've always wanted. That's who I wanted at Florida State, but we went with the Sar dude who sucks.
Y'all went with him, or that was all y'all had to pick from?
Well,
Cam Ward,
at first he said that he wasn't. He stayed in the draft, so it came time, and we had to go ahead and get somebody. So when we got him, Cam Ward, when he changed his mind, he picked Miami. But we would have been on the table had we probably not got ugly. But
I think if he'd went there, ugly would have been sitting back there somewhere. It wouldn't even matter. But that still would have started some. It'd have been a battle that wasn't needed. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna be starter from day one. That way I get my reps in. I ain't gotta be spending reps to figure it out.
But man, watching Hunter play, man, is amazing, man. He's a dog to watch his skill set. I see a lot of chat online about is he one of the best players that ever played college football so far. And the thing I will say is we've never seen anybody do what he does.
I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't.
So
I've seen a cornerback be real good, and I've seen a receiver be real good. I ain't never seen them both do the both
and play the whole game. Man, Travis Hunter, he one of them guys like. I saw I don't know if y'all saw this, but the UCF dude broke it, and nobody was gonna catch him. And Travis Hunter still sprinted the whole fucking time to go try to catch him. Almost caught him at the 1, but the dude fell in the end zone. But to me, that's something that you turn on the tape and you show your players. Look at this effort.
That's why you're a dog.
Because one thing a coach always told us in football was everybody can't have the same skill level. Like, there is athletic ability and God-gifted talent. He was like, but everybody can have the same amount of effort. Yep. That's just an effort play. Like, that's just, I know he way over there. I'm a sprint anyway. Mm-hmm. And that shit do 2 things. Like,
your team see that.
He see it, but shit. I might not catch him, but I'm getting a nice little sprint in. And that keep that little motherfucker in shape. That's why that motherfucker be ready to run all the time. That's a good-ass work. And I see him do, when you watch him on film, he do shit like that all the time. And that's why he is, and he tried to strip it. What if he would have caught that? What if he would have had like 2 more yards on him?
Heisman play.
See what I'm saying?
That's a Heisman play. And he hit the pose on y'all niggas yesterday.
It's a couple of electric players, man, that I like. Him, Travis Hunter, of course. Ryan Williams for Alabama is amazing.
The guy from Boise State is amazing, too. That running back is balling, boy.
He definitely is.
Ball. He got
only thing, no knock, because he's definitely good. I just want to see him play.
I get talent. I get that. But in every game, it's not like it's just wide open holes and he's just
No.
He's breaking 98.
Yeah, I said, man, yesterday he broke one for like 50, and I don't even know how he got out of that.
Yeah. And that's what it always comes down to, who you play. That's why none of my Hawaii quarterbacks ever won.
Yeah.
And, because because it's the competition as well.
But I don't know what year he is, but he might not be at Boise State next year.
He better not be.
The way this free agency shit go, he might be at Alabama or something.
Unless he get the Idaho Potatoes got their NIL. Idaho Potato could give
it's gonna be hard for them to keep that man. That man that can tote that thing.
Speaking of NIL, the UNLV lost their quarterback and their running back. Say we ain't playing because our NIL deals ain't come through. And them kids came out there and balled and won like 56-10.
I saw that.
So, and the quarterback played good, and the running back played good. So, be careful.
I was gonna bring that up. I had that on the list, but it's crazy just to see, like, for people who don't know the backstory, the UNLV starting quarterback, they were 3-0 or 4-0, and he didn't get what was promised to him in NIL money, and so he decided to sit out and say that he wasn't playing no more. Like Hoot just said, they went out and still won the game despite him not playing. So I didn't see what the backup did. I didn't see what his stats were or what the stat line was. But
I know they put up 56. I don't know. I think the quarterback played decent. I saw some highlights, and he looks like he's a black kid. He's mobile. He's one of those running, throwing quarterbacks who's decent. I don't think he made many mistakes.
As a team, like as a player, if your teammate do that, are you accepting? Are you looking at it like NFL, like that's just money, and he's able to do if they weren't promised, I feel it and respect it, or do you look at it like, nah, bro, you love her, fuck you?
Well, hindsight, man, it's hard for me to think as a 18, 19, 20-year-old kid. I'm looking at it from this perspective, man. If they promised that kid something, they should have gave it to him. So I'm not mad at him for the decision that he made. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I looked at it like, if y'all told this coach y'all was gonna give him $2 million, y'all give him $200,000. If that coach left, I would understand it.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just that.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of Fresno too. It looked like the quarterback was. Does they say 13 for 16?
13 for 14, 182 yards,
three
touchdowns, and he had some rushing yards. He had 12 carries, 100. He had 12 carries, 119 yards.
Yeah. So he gave him a new wrinkle. So
by quarterback, thank you for leaving. You wouldn't doing that.
I meant to say too before we changed it, but the other electrifying players that looked real good was that Jeremiah Smith, the receiver from Ohio State.
Yeah,
that boy as advertised. So.
Another freshman. These freshman receivers are playing ball.
It's hot this year.
They playing ball, man. He had two on the same drive. One hand just grabbed that bit. Second one grabbed that bit. So. Yeah. Right now, he looked like one of the best to me right now as a receiver. That Arizona receiver looked pretty good for a game or two. But other than that, I ain't been hearing much about him. Yeah. Outside of my boy, you know what I'm saying, LSU, Kyron Lacey, you know. So outside of them boys looking pretty good, man. Pretty good. Shouts out, man. I'm sorry, stock team stinks, but mine don't. Shouts out.
That's why we sorry. We didn't play y'all. We normally win real quick when we play y'all.
That was one time. Shouts out to y'all, man. Y'all cool, man. But my boys looking all right, man. We came in here, we beat down on South Alabama. A lot of people was nervous about that game and scared, talking about because South Alabama just beat the brakes off Appalachian State. This ain't no Appalachian State, baby. So we came out first play of the game. I love this freshman running back we have. Went about 70 for a touchdown reception. Had a long run. I like this little freshman kid, man. I like our team as a whole, man. We're getting better and getting better. Of course, we gotta keep on winning though. We got a tough gauntlet schedule ahead of us that's gonna put us to the test, but that comes with being in this big dog world that we're in. You know what I'm saying? So, what you got, man? You over there taking selfies and shit.
Man, you ain't supposed to tell nobody that I'm over here trying.
I'm snitching.
I'm trying to put the promotion bag together.
That nigga threw up the deuces.
I'm trying to put the promotional bag together. He over here telling the behind the scenes cut.
That nigga act like that camera ain't know. That nigga did this and that.
Nigga supposed to pod through that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, nigga. I need some jokes in my pocket. This nigga up there selfie and throwing the deuces up to himself.
That nigga supposed to pod through that. Here you go. Stock over here taking the badge.
Yep, I'm snitching. I'm telling the folks what you're doing. So at my minute marker, where we at 110 somewhere.
They ain't gonna see it.
Look for stock selfie with his deuces.
I was thinking about like transitioning. You know, we were talking about sports, and I really like the transition that we seeing from like Nick Saban, the niggas over there at the pivot. I like what Tony Romo, you know, his transitioning into it. Yeah, man. Well, I mean, he been transitioning, but I like it. But I'm gonna tell you somebody whose shit that I'm getting sick of. Cam Newton.
Yeah, everybody is fool. Like Shadar,
like he doing too much.
He was at the Colorado game trying to talk to Shadar, and it looked like he was kind of shaking him off. But he tried to holler at Travis Hunter. Travis, I'm like, nigga, nah, get out of here. Yeah, he really hit him with the nigga, nah, get out of here.
And they said that, but then I didn't see the context. But then
I saw the video.
Right. No. I'm saying I saw that, but then I saw another video where it was like y'all thought they was beefing, and then it showed them they were talking, chilling on the sideline. So I don't know what happened. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the context of what was what. Because like I said, the
foolishness he been saying.
Social media will make you think one thing. So like I was saying to what you said, I seen them get out of there, but then I also saw them, the clip said y'all think they was beefing. Nah. And they was on the sideline like laughing and talking to each other. Same warm-up shit. So again, I don't know which one is what, but I'm telling you I'm sick of him. Just because even the comments he made with Eli.
Yeah.
Like if Eli get a jacket before me, something, I need 2 jackets. No,
he got everything before you, man. He got drafted before you. He got a Super Bowl before you. He got
2 Super Bowls.
2 Super
Bowls.
He got more yards before you, man.
The nigga got double the yards,
more
double
touchdowns
the touchdowns
before you, man. More wins before you, man. I'm sorry. You went to a Super Bowl. You was a real good. You was great. You was good. But let the greats be greats as well. Like, it's just simple, man. Look at the man numbers, man. The numbers speak. We always say numbers speaks for themselves.
I would like him if he stopped all that crying.
He a diva, though. You can tell by his clothes.
Yeah, like, stop all that goddamn crying.
Nigga a diva,
stop
man.
all that crying,
I
man.
get
like,
it, his style and all of that, but that nigga's a diva, man. That nigga wears ascots. He's a diva.
Yeah.
Nigga wear ascots to football games. Who the fuck wear ascots to a football game?
Yeah, I ain't
square.
feeling that. Did you see this week that Reggie Bush?
Let me stop acting like I can't get right if I have a fight out there.
Shit, the truth is the truth, nigga. I tell him, hey man, I don't like that shit.
I'm talking about his ascots and shit.
Oh well, fuck it. Nigga, you can jank his outfit if you want to. Nigga got fellas in his head.
Ascots with a top hat.
Come on, I wish you would. I ain't gonna fight back. I'm gonna let y'all jank me.
I'm $1 million man.
Hell yeah, rich baby.
I just saw a couple of people who just smacked some niggas had to pay some millions up.
Yep.
The baby had to pay some, and somebody else had to pay some.
Reggie Bush. Speaking of coughing money up, possibly. Reggie Bush sues USC and Pac-12 in the NCAA over compensation of name, image, and likeness during his college career.
Fight the good fight.
So kind of like a Ed O'Bannon type situation.
Yep, fight the good fight. I remember UAB put out a video. We was in it. I want my money.
I might need to call over there.
I want
where my full moon box at?
Right, you know what I'm saying? I want my money. But I mean, in that, I kind of figured that would happen. Once these kids started to get paid, that just was going to open the door for people to say, hey, man, I did so much for USC. I did so much for LSU. I did so much for this school and that school. Y'all owe me some money. And to be real with you, they do. So I get it, man. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Get their ass.
You seen Devin Haney trying to sue?
That's weak. That's weak.
Devin Haney, the boxer, said that he want to sue Ryan Garcia for fraud and battery. Mm-hmm. Battery. A boxer. This is a boxer suing for battery, stemming from their April match because it was found that Ryan Garcia has been suspended by the boxing commission for being on performance-enhancing drugs.
Mm-hmm. TikTok is a funny place, and I love it because they the same people who brought it up. It was like, if you have the lawyers and the judge from the YSL case, it's basically going to go like this. During the fight, you could literally see, they're going to bring this video into evidence. During the fight, you could see Ryan Garcia telling that man, stop the fight. Man, stop the fight. And then he knocked the nigga out. You know what Devin Haney and them gonna do? They're gonna suppress that evidence so that doesn't get in. But I mean, that's weak, man. You can't go fight a nigga, get beat up, get knocked out. The man told your dad to stop the fight. Whether he was cheating or not, man, that's beyond the point of whatever, man. It's lame as a boxer to go sue a nigga for beating you up. That's weird.
Hey, look,
that's weird.
Ain't nothing else to add to that. Like, it's boxing. Like, nigga, you got your ass whooped. Whether he was on drugs, I mean, we've seen people be on like performance and drugs and still lose.
Yeah, people don't want to be insensitive, but people have died from fighting and didn't sue. You just got knocked down, player. You all right? You all right, nigga? It should build character. But if I never root for, I ain't gonna say root for, but I'm never just gonna believe Devin Haney's gonna win fights against good competitors because of shit like this.
Yeah.
Shit soft. Moving
on into the dummy of the week.
Who's stupid?
Dummy.
Hold on. We got a one. I'm sorry.
Oh shit,
We can
pick 'em.
Yeah.
That's your fault. You don't never have pick'ems ready.
I'm ready. That's why I stopped you.
You gotta have more than one pick'em.
I got two, maybe three. Definitely. I do want to pick this one because I think it's possible that SMU may jump into the top 25. But even if not, I still want to pick a random game that we don't normally pick. All of the top 10s and top 5.
Cool.
Like
That's why I say you. That's why I say you can have more than you gotta have 3 pick'ems.
SMU, Louisville. SMU is 4-1. Louisville is 3-1. SMU beat the shit out of y'all this week. Not saying I know
we're not good.
I know, but it's still. I mean, I get that, but still, for a SMU team to beat a Florida State team like that shit is unheard of, unseen, and it builds confidence. Whether it should or shouldn't.
Memphis beat us and went and got their ass whooped by Navy.
I'm being safe because my fucking stats suck. I'm going Louisville. I do have.
Now, how's that safe? You just bragged about them beating up on Florida State the way they did. Maybe that's not. Maybe the safest is SMU.
Hey man, let me build stories.
I'm trying to help you out.
Well, then why you pick?
I mean, I'm the top of the chart. He trying to stick
with.
with.
I'm gonna pick your pick. Like
this, y'all ain't seen the chart. Stock at the top, Hood at the bottom. I can't get right in front of you. Can't get right. A good pick'em.
I see. I'm just not. I guess I be trying to take risk and try to pick the games that
Now I got Louisville. They look really good. They could have beat Notre Dame. It was they went back and forth, but I'm just Louisville through and through.
It's hard, man. I'm trying to pick more than 3, but it's not really more than 3.
It's another ranked game.
I know it's the one. I'm trying to find a third one and pick the good one last. But it is done, fool. So it's really it's two gamers. I'm gonna go try to find another one. But the next one is Missouri number 9 against Texas A&M number 25. Missouri 4-0. Texas A&M 4-1. I think that Missouri is the better team. I do think that Texas A&M has played the better competition and who will be more well suited for a game like this. But with saying all of that, I'm still going Missouri. They had Kyle Field, they had Texas A&M. They got the 12 man, so we're gonna see.
Missouri struggled this week.
I get it, but they won.
Who did Missouri play? God damn it. Who they just played?
They beat Vandy in overtime, 30-27.
I'm going Texas A&M.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Kyle Field.
I don't like Texas. I don't like Texas A&M. I don't know why. I've always disliked Texas A&M. I think it's because they thought that they were supposed to be so great and so good, and then they've always
because they got money.
Kind of sorry, but I really like Missouri. I really, really do, but I'm gonna go Texas A&M.
You know who Texas A&M remind me of? The lame nigga with money who think he cool.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly who they are.
They the lame nigga with money who think
they got
cool.
ugly uniforms.
You a square boy.
They had them sweet white ones, and then they had the black ones one time when Johnny Manziel was there. But
they had them sweet white ones. That's a wild state.
Yeah, they had them sweet white ones.
When you put it in a different context.
Dummy.
How y'all
dumb though? I ain't say it was dumb.
How y'all come up with that?
A sweet white one?
What context?
It's I'll tell you about it.
Don't say it on air. Tell me what context.
Iowa State, Ohio.
How your mind come up with something like that?
Ole Miss, South Carolina. I think Ole Miss gonna recover. I don't think South Carolina have enough offense to really beat any contender. Like they defense is fucking them. They're dumb. I'm sorry. Fuck it. They do a lot of dumb bonehead mistakes. But talent-wise, them boys talent-wise different on defense. But they're going to make some bad plays.
Man, you know who's sorry? Auburn.
I'm about to say Florida State.
Auburn is sorry as
Yeah,
fuck.
They was up on Oklahoma.
And I'm so grateful that Oklahoma did that, by the way. Thank you. Ching, ching.
Why?
Ching, ching.
Oh, okay.
Ching, ching. I had Oklahoma winning. Ching, ching.
Money. I like it.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
Did you get a third game?
Ain't nothing, man.
Okay.
Who you want to pick? Indiana Northwestern?
Nah, we good. I just was checking. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Staying along with the sports theme.
Stupido.
Quay Walker of the Packers. Bring your stupid ass to the principal's office.
Cry, baby.
I don't know if y'all saw this, but Quay Walker and the Packers were playing the Detroit Lions, and an injured Lions player was on the field. The training staff come in like they do every football goddamn game when somebody get hurt and came to check on their player. Quay Walker, for whatever reason, I think he got mad because the trainer kind of bumped him to get through to the injured player. Quay Walker pushed him. The training guy looked at him, but I mean, I guess you got to choose your battles wisely. And so he was ejected.
Good.
Quay Walker was ejected for pushing the training staff.
Good.
And if you saw him in the tunnel, he was crying like one of them little kids. Like when
ugly food.
when you take their ball from him, he walked with the little ugly crying tears after he just pushed the guy.
I'm going to get my brother.
It was weird. I've never seen nobody push the training staff for coming to check on their players. That was one thing that was weird and
That
wild
nigga just
about it.
angry when you do
Yeah,
that. Fool.
and then to sit there and cry about it because you got ejected was a whole nother thing. And I'm sure the NFL gonna find the skin off of them. So.
Good, and they should. Nigga 6'6" pushing a doctor. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And the man didn't even bump it wasn't even like no. It was just like excuse me, let me get through.
And that guy looked like he said excuse me.
Yeah, and what's crazy, number the 95, you on my list too. I don't know who you are, but you tried to bump the motherfucker.
I'm sure big chest bump the man.
Yeah, like y'all finna jump a training staff, guys.
Why you got Dr. Beef?
Y'all better not lose a game because y'all need to have that same energy for all the teams. Y'all need to be undefeated. If y'all lose a game, I'm fucking with y'all. So for that, Quay Walker and the 95, whoever you are, both of you come on in with them. You bring your ass to the principal's office. Y'all are the dummy of the week.
I need my
Dummy.
I need my
Dumb ass, stupid ass dummies.
I need my first head name.